Hey yo! Oh, who was expecting that? Yeah, welcome. This is the stream where we have horse throats. Hey yo, losers. I was about to say, but in the end, it turns out I am the loser. The loser's throat. Hey Kate, how you doing? How have you been? Welcome on back. Lovely to see ya. Remember this game? I don't. It's been a while. The fuck was I doing? Can't hear because no headphones, but you're in chat. Are you cool? Yes. But you'll never know. Let me just put away my stuff that I just got. What is this? Poison thing. That's not something I feel like I really need to keep on me. What do we replace with a poison thing? Why don't we just keep that on us? I don't know. That's a thing. Actually, I'm gonna have to build a new box. I'ma have to. So that's what we were doing. Whatever it is I just decided to do right now. Yeah, so another hot night, which means window open, which means more background noise, which means you get to deal with that. Alright, helpers, storage box. That's not us. I am not a helper. Alright. 2 bronze plate and a strengthened glass. That's nice. I will take that. What is that for? What is this? Lift, I assume. Okay. There's all of that. That was for something. Okay. Let's get 2 bronze. And a strengthened glass, which requires 2 glass. And am I able to make any more of this? No, I need more charcoal. So you're going to make... I don't know, 50 charcoal. Because why the fuck not? And while you're doing that, I'll find out what the fuck I need this for. That! Neato. What else was I doing? Concrete? I don't know. Aluminium plate, hard aluminium. Was I working on that? Hard aluminium. Okay, how much did I need? I needed 6. So you're going to do that. Unless that's required for aluminium plates. Is it? No, that's stainless. Alright, so I'll leave y'all to do that. Oh, I will catch up on what the fuck I was doing. That's in the inventory. Those missions. Ask Sonia hand over the ring. Oh, that's right. This guy wants me to buy it. Twitch mobile is messed up. Had to move to your laptop. Sounds about right. How you doing, Kate? What else is messed up in your life? Aluminium alloy frame. Yeah, what's this for? Oh, deliveries. Deliveries! I like deliveries. Everything all. Nice, nice, nice! I love when I can relate to people in chat. Haha! Oh, anything specific? Am I doing anything particularly? God, this is why you don't not play a game for 2 weeks. How have you been? I've been good. I think it's been a while, so I feel like it's good and bad and good and bad as usual. That's nice. Do you want this? Have it this. She likes this gift. You want to do this? Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Thank you. I hate you. Ah, see, this is why I hate women. It was a joke, Twitch. There we go. Mine. Yes. Well, let's see. Life is just crazy and boring all at once. That's... yeah. That seems to be the way, yeah. Eventually I'll get to the story of why I'm doing today's stream on a Tuesday and not a Monday. It's a crazy story. And also boring. Fuck you. Hate you. Still playing rock, paper, scissors with that poor lady? Never. Never gonna let her go. I will rock, paper, scissors her until she marries me. Literally. That's how this works. How are we doing on that front? Ugh. Still so far away. God, you play rock, paper, scissors a few times with a girl and she still won't marry you. What is wrong with women these days? Alright. Head off to the mines, I suppose. Don't remember what else I was doing. Oh, concrete. I need to find where concrete comes from. How's your day? Today? Yeah, fine. Didn't sleep the great, so I'm very tired, but other than that's pretty usual, to be honest. Other than that, errands, games, and now I've got booze. Standard. How was your day? Okay. Now hold on. Hold up. The fucking on. Hold on. Hold on, we'll get there. It's a big book. I'm not used to big books. My books are usually smaller. There we go. Alright. Lift. Which requires... Is it the same lift? Transmission? What the fuck? This does not seem to match up with this element. Oh, I'm not even making a lift. Maybe I should stop assuming shit. Okay, well. Let's get another 8 of these fuckers then, because that is something I need for the next one. Assuming I had ironwood. Which I don't. Which one's ironwood? Come on, you fuckers. One of you will give up what I need. Work, slept too long, making random stuff. Nice, sounds like an average day. Aren't we all having typical days? How typical of us. There's an ironwood. No ironwood there, so it's just the biggies. Not the smalls, just biggies, no smalls. Holy shit, a plane! Do you think we can steal it? I don't see why we shouldn't. This is a dumb place to park it. Especially with the ground being so uneven. How did you fucking land here? Holy shit, this boy's got guns on it. It's a pig with guns. Mally's aircraft. Aircraft? It'll be fucking our aircraft. Fly, piggy, fly! Fucking hate pigs these days. Ugh. You can't see if you won the lottery because they haven't updated the website yet. Oh no, they might give your money away. Let's go get that tree. Actually, can I get these trees? These trees are big. These are big trees. Or are they same size trees? No, they're same size trees. Never mind. Alright, more big trees, please. Big tree. Big tree. Ah, there's a big tree. That was a big mummy tree. Nice. Alright, we think that's enough wood? Hopefully. You know me, I can never tell when enough wood is enough. You want to win big so you can go to Australia and visit people? To visit? If I won big, I'd move to Australia. Assuming I wasn't from there, and I was from America specifically. But I know that doesn't apply to your situation. Nah. Your wood. Mech. Oh, I still can't make enough. Fucking hell. You. Strengthened glass mech. Up there. You would move there, but it's expensive. Yeah, but you just won the lottery. What? I'm assuming you didn't go in for the... I can't remember what it's called, the top tier or whatever. $7 million jackpot. I don't know, I haven't done the lottery in my life. I'm too poor to gamble away my money. Ain't that a bitch. It's 1.6 billion jackpot? God damn! Is that the one you went for? I hope so. You share some money with your buddy Quarren, eh? Haven't we been friends for so long, Kate? Like, I even know your name, Kate. Such good friends. I wouldn't even ask for much, just like 3 million. Yeah, it was a $2 ticket, why not? Really? Is your system not the same as our system? I mean, I haven't done it, but from what I hear from people who do it, you've got different like tiers of tickets, which decide, I think, is it how many numbers you can guess? So it limits how much you can make. And the more your ticket can possibly make, the more you have to pay for it. No. Well, okay. It's so strange to... It's so strange to hear it the other way around, where Australia is the stingy one, not America. Kate, you've come in here and you've confused me utterly. What is wrong with you? You know I am a precious child and this does not add up in my worldview. I'm gonna have a fucking paradigm shift now. And it's gonna cause me existential dread. Duck! I like how it says the name down the bottom as if I don't get it. By the way, did you know this is a duck? Rare and exotic creatures they are, you might not have known. Anyway, my duck now. There you go. There you go. Who wants to come play with my duck? Okay, let's make a box. You just buy a $2 ticket and you get 5 numbers and a Powerball number, and if you hit that, you win. What the fuck? I mean, not that it matters to me anyway, I still wouldn't buy one. Chances of winning are very slim though. Oh really? You mean the lottery doesn't just give out money to people all the time? Let's sell that. Sell that. That can go in there. As can that. Wait, does that mean we've filled up on bloodstones, or is that just because we didn't have any? Is because we didn't have any, that's fine. That's fine. It does, just not to me? Fuck! I thought they didn't like handouts in America. Dun, 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 dun. Make 187 of these fuckers. Who needs 187 stone stools? You know you do. If you win, you'll remember me. You'll resubscribe. Resubscribe, make a donation, I'll make you a fucking shareholder in Quarren Industries. The premier place for new age entertainment. At least what I tell my parents. So they don't think I'm just a loser in their fucking spare room. Of course it doesn't work, they think that anyway. Now, what I need. 5 aluminium plate, which means 15 stainless aluminium. That one. Yeah, fun, kiddo. There's certain political groups primarily, but not for others, just for themselves. Yeah, I'm aware. Y'all are weirdos. I say, as our government would probably do the same thing. But not as blazingly. What am I doing? Oh, this. I want another 8 of these, bitch. Alright, concrete. Where you live in a spare room, not even a bedroom, poor guy. No, I live in a bedroom. It's just that my bedroom became the spare room when I didn't move out at 18. Or whatever. So in case we have guests, I'll be kicked out. It'll be my bedroom no mo. You'll have some random family member from England or something come and host the stream. Probably won't even be that bad. Zeolite from farm or quarry? The fuck are you talking about? Farm or quarry? Zeolite. This is the blender. Oh, right. Fucking 2 of the fuckers. You do as well, even though there was a whole house. Yeah. Maybe they'll like Song of Horror. I doubt it. You know, I went and I compared it against the games I've been playing before, as I like to do afterwards, and I decided that Song of Horror might just be the worst game I've ever played and finished. I literally could not find something I disliked more. I could find games that were objectively worse, but they were more fun than Song of Horror because they were objectively worse. Song of Horror sits in that really bad subpar area that just makes it not funny bad and just not good. You have odd standards. Really? It was such a bad game though. Like, I didn't like a single thing in the end. What am I doing? What am I doing? Zeolite. The fuck do I get zeolite from? It's at farm or quarry. How do I grow zeolite? I have to go to sleep. Wait, hold on. We'll worry about this in the morning. I think you're mad. I'm not mad, you're mad. If you don't think Song of Horror is the worst game ever made, then what are you doing with your life? Playing fucking... Oh, what was it? Ride to Hell Retribution? Have you ever heard of Deadly Premonition? Yes, I've heard of Deadly Premonition. I'm well aware of that game's what's the word I'm looking for? Reputation? I couldn't find the word reputation. That's how tired I am right now. I'm just gonna sell these things. I can't be bothered turning them into anything. You watched one guy play it, and the prequel, it wasn't the worst thing you ever saw. Well, when you're just watching it and someone else is doing the terrible bit of actually playing it. It doesn't seem as bad. Y'all weren't playing Song of Horror. Ugh. I would never wish that on you. Would you like 187 stone stools? Nice. The markup price is down to 98% or down by 98%? Oh, have those. Have that. Have that. Have that. Have all of that. And only 327 of that. And all of that. Enjoy! Whew, that clears out my inventory. Even though I could buy all this extra space. I don't know, if your inventory goes over 1 page, then it's just, you know, it's just gonna be a pain to fucking... He wasn't having the worst time either. No, because I feel like Deadly Premonition is one of those games where it's like so bad it's funny. You want a nice coffee? Bruh, same. Pick me up one. Alright, what am I doing? Zeolite, that's right, I wanted to go over here. Sure, thank you. You are a billionaire after all. You can shout me a care iced coffee. I don't know. You'd like to think, right, that you'd be one of the types of billionaires who would share with people, share with all your friends, donate to charity and stuff like that, but how many people get to that point and just aren't that in the end, even though they originally thought they would be too? You think maybe you would be corrupted as well? Is zeolite the fucking byproduct of something here? What does it mean farm? This is the farm store. You're not sure? Well, that's exact... I mean, no one could say for sure. You have a ton of things you want to do for your friends? Oh, same. But in the end, would I do them? Or would I suddenly lose all my friends and disappear? Disappear into $1 million room that has a fridge and pantry and stuff that's restocked by servants as I play nothing but Song of Horror for the rest of my life. Total bliss. There. You ever heard of the zeolite stuff? Nope, nope. The fuck? The fuck? Bakery? No, you're not going to be helpful. Hello. What? Sir! That's the wrong way. No, gift, no! Fuck you, Martha. You know, being anonymous is very common. People start bugging the shit out of you once you learn. Yeah, I've heard that's like a... I mean, isn't that why they have to provide an option for lottery winners to accept it anonymously? Because not only do you become a target for your friends and family wanting handouts, but you also become a target for actual criminal activity. People who want to rob you and whatnot. And then there'll be lawsuits and stuff coming for people who think... find some way, or have their lawyers find some way that that person would be owed money by you and stuff like that. It's like a... I remember once seeing a thing by a lawyer who gave out detailed instructions on what to do if you won the lottery, and it's like, get a lawyer, get an accountant, put the money in all these different accounts so that they cannot be legally claimed by people who might want to sue you, and all this other shit, and it's like, fuck, man, it doesn't even seem worth it anymore. Zeolite, zeolite, zeolite. I don't get it. Farm? From farm/quarry. Where else could we quarry? I remember quarrying over here and didn't find anything. I know I've never found anything quarrying over here. Hmm. Oh, you would make them all sign a disclosure that says they can't tell anyone where they got the money. Yeah, that'd be one thing. Do you want help in the game? Not usually, no, but I'm sort of confused. Quarrying or farming? But what is zeolite? Maybe first, I won't look up where to get it in the game. I'll just look up what zeolite is in real life and see if I can get a hint. Microporous crystalline materials consisting of silicon and stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it sounds like a thing that would be quarry. I don't know what this farm nonsense. Unless you were farming on like volcanic ash or something, then the plants could probably pick up. But what does that have to do with any of this? Maybe the collapsed. The collapsed? Maybe the collapsed wasteland? You wanna go to the collapsed wasteland? Fucking hell. Thanks, Slur. Alright, we'll try by the collapsed wasteland, see if that's got any promising results. Yeah, right. Give me your stones. I want your rocks. I will rock you. Here we go. Hey! Hey now. Don't lag out my game, you whacking twat. I hate when enemies have that fucking ability. Hey! All of yous, fuck off. Alright. Anyway. Before I was so rudely shat upon, quite literally. Any of you zeolite? No. Feels like something I might get out of the recycler, but I don't know what it goes into. No, doesn't seem to be anything here. Is there any other type of rocks I'm missing? Is there a volcano in the game? No. I mean, not that I know of. Not in the part of the map I've seen. But this whole thing I'm building now is to unlock another part of the map, so if there is a volcano somewhere else, then it seems kind of contradictory. Maybe go closer to the factory. Stop shitting on me! Only my viewers do that. Ah, fuck. Y'all want something? What is this? Okay. Is there a quest for that thing? Whatever, it's not what I'm looking for. I got a feather scarf. Is it pretty? Oh, it has the same... I can get rid of this stupid thing on my head. Oh, that's way better, sure. Whatever. It looks dumb, but at least it's not a fucking... fucking egg on my head. We'll be playing this quest into the new year. Well, probably. I'm surprised how long this game is. I mean, we've only unlocked one extra part of the fucking map. Still good. How many other named areas can we see? A marsh area here, Western Plateau here, an island here. I guess 3. Unless, I don't know, fucking A. Go away! Go away, birds! This is not for you! You are jealous of my new scarf, made of the skin of your master. But you have to stay that way. Yeah, okay, there's not even any rocks up this end. What the fuck? Are they absolutely sure it's quarrying? And they definitely don't mean mining. They specifically use the word quarry, which in previous experience in this game has referenced specifically rocks found on the game world, not in mines. Speaking of game worlds, what is that? Anyway, not what I'm looking for. Speaking of game worlds, what is this? What is that thing? Eh? What is in this game world? I don't know. Fuck you, give me zeolite. Seeing your puzzling abilities, you're happy Suki chose Undertale. I think we'd all have been crying in despair if you played Myst. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, that would have never actually finished that Let's Play. That would, yeah, that would still be going to this day. Also, this isn't actually a puzzle. If you're referring to this is just weird communication. Well, I got a bunch of random shit that isn't zeolite. I think you're missing a quest. Am I? Where would I be missing a quest from? You said you're closed several hours ago, but you're still standing here, Polly. And now you can't even bring yourself to leave. I think you want to stay open. So sell to me, bro. Fine, fuck you. Or doing them in the wrong order? I'm doing them in the order I fucking get. Fine, whatever. We'll work on... Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, because I made the mistake of thinking I was doing the lift. But it's probably the lift that I need to do. Ugh, fucking... Lift! Which requires lift control, so we're doing that first. Yeah, no, that was my bad. I even, like, corrected myself, but still didn't fucking make the connection. After correcting myself on that exact issue. Yeah. There's a reason I stream, you know, and it's to be a cautionary tale to children. Do not grow up to be like me. I would say stay in school, but I did, so don't stay in school. Apparently it rots your brain. That's straight. Only 46 minutes in. Fucking hell, is it? Damn. Strange how it gives me that quest though, if I haven't done a prerequisite quest. Makes you feel like you could do it. Oh well. 6 iron bars, that's easy enough. Wow, that's so easy. I miss being able to work with just iron. An industrial engine and 2 small silicon chips. I feel like I have those. Automated chip, no. Actually. Automated planting function. I wonder if I could get Act to get me zeolite at some point. Oh well. They put that one to see who would fall into their trap. Congratulations. Now hang on, bitch. Don't go talking about traps around. You know what? Never mind. Silicon chip set? But it was small silicon chip. There we go. Oh, do you consider yourself one? I'm sorry if I offended you. What is he doing? No, I consider whatever this guy was doing hanging outside my house as offensive. Albert? Did you want to come in? Albert, you're standing in the runway, apparently. You know, you could knock on the door. I'm not coming to talk to you. If you've got an issue, just say something. So I can ignore you. Okay, that guy's a weirdo. Now that's me saying that. You know he done fucked up. Nope, fuck you. Aquarium deals with real life neighbors. What? If my real life neighbors one day stand out the front of my house wanting me to come out and talk to them, just by idly like walking around in circles, not trying to actually get my attention in any way other than just being there. No, I'm not dealing with them. Except not without a fucking cop also there to witness. Yeah. Wimp, fuck off. Hi, Suki. I'm being bullied, did you know this? You saying some creepy person who thinks you're best friends, but you're really not. He just keeps asking you to do dumb shit. And because, you know, you're in a video game, you do it. You know that feeling. You saying you would just go out there and talk to him? No. No. I don't think you would. We kept up the pressure. Yeah. Oh, here he goes. Hi. No. Too late. Too fucking late. You could have said I in the past, like, 5 hours you were standing outside my house. Alright, well, that's doing that. I'm gonna... Gonna go mining. When are you not being bullied? I don't know. I don't know. Half of the core, I suppose. Yep. It's true, she does bully me outside the stream. Don't worry, there's not a point during the day where I'm not being constantly cyberbullied. It's totally okay. Y'all got a handle on this, don't worry. Did you get food, Suki? Not yet. That's dumb. You said you were hungry ages ago. About to. That's dumb. Why would you do that? Wouldn't be accused of not earning your keep. Yeah, I don't know. You're not pulling quite the same number of shifts in as Suki. Like she said, she does it outside of normal work hours. She's really working that overtime and bullying Quarren. She's meeting everybody's quotas, not just her own. Fuck you. What are you getting? Yeah, what are you getting? What are you getting me? I could go for some... Oh, what are they called? Teppanyaki? Teppanyaki bowls? Been a while since I had them. Hi, Scribblenaught. How you doing? Welcome on in. I guess I should get the obvious question out of the way. Hey, are you a fan of the game franchise Scribblenauts, by any chance? I used to like those games. I never finished one. I used to like them for a little while. They're good fun to, like, chill out with. I never played the DC one, though. I played the first one on DS when it first came out. And then, even though I never finished that one, I begged my parents to get me Super Scribblenauts when that came out, also on DS. And I got Scribblenauts Unlimited for like Christmas one year. Though I don't remember asking for that one specifically. And it was probably quite a while after it came out. You'll get there on stream one day. You're acting your wage? Maybe you should act the wage you want to get paid, not the wage you are getting paid, huh? How do you bully him outside of stream? You need tips. Show up. That's step number 1 through like 12. Just your presence, you 3, is bullying under the law. There's this famous fast food called a Moss Burger, but there's one that's like premium. But what's standard? Oh, thank you for the follow, Scribblenaught. Welcome on in. Here we cyberbully the host and try to make him cry, but joke's on your fuckers, I used up all my tears back in my teens. Never gonna happen! I'm out! So what's Mossburger? You are a very big fan. Do you have 100% them all? I assume you're 100% of them all. I'm gonna do that one day too. It was an interesting development, that series, though. Yeah, but it's... being a word game, it's funny how you can look at the development of the franchise and describe what it is that made the next one better over the previous one. Like, you take the original and you're like, okay, word game, you spawn in things with basic nouns. And then you got a sequel, and what was their big development? Adjectives. And then Unlimited was just like adverbs and extra nouns. Simple but effective, I'll give it that. And then there was DC, which was just up, which is just references. Now you get references, yay. It's true, she does make me text her all day. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Is he a good employer? No. Never. Yeah. God, that's quite an accusation there, Am. Good employer. Wow. Wow, Am. Wow. You know better than that. Mossburger is just fast food burgers, but the premium uses like fancy beef and wagyu and stuff. Ah. It's just McDonald's versus grilled. Okay. When it was like Mossburger, I thought it was going to be some fancy patty or something, like actually made out of moss or something. Tasty moss. Tasty, tasty moss. You figured? Hey. Just making sure you weren't judging me too harshly. Never. No? Well, that sounds more interesting than burgers, but better. If you want that, just go to Hungry Jack's. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. I'm sorry for y'all Americans. Burger King. The burgers are better at Burger King. Fuck your horny Jacks. No, not again. He's too much. Thought it was a vegan. Alright, you bullied me into like actual fucking delirium. Vegan. Hey guys, I'm a vegan. Vegan. I'm gonna talk to Scribblenaught. Fuck you people. So, you like Portia, Scribblenaught? I already had a bunch of iron bars. Whoops. Fuck you guys, I'm gonna make a lift. Lift myself out of this fucking cesspool. Alright. What we got? What we got? What we got? 20 hardwood planks. Hardwood, you say? Hardwood. Hardwood. Alright then. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. It's a lift! And it's an open air lift. It doesn't have a door. Yeah, fuck you. I win. Iron wooden plank. How many of those have I got? I've got 16. Please give me 4 more. I can make 3. Fuck. Will you make those 3? And I go steepies. I thought that was in his mouth. Don't you all just like to chew on bird feathers when you go to bed? Alright, give me ironwood. At least 4. That's 2! You can't count, game. Fuck you. I guess we'll go over here now. For ironwood. No? Suki, you're weird. That's nothing. Chewing on bird feathers? Actually, you ever look back on the friends you had in like primary school and stuff and diagnose them with shit you wouldn't have understood at the time? Hey, that didn't give me ironwood, what the fuck? Like, I look back and I know I had a friend in primary school and a bit of high school, and it like seems so obvious to me now that he was just like a, what's it called? Compulsive liars. What are they called? I can't remember. But he was totally one of them. He would lie about the most pointless fucking stuff. But besides that point, I remember one time I went over to his place and he had like this feather on his desk that he would like stick in his mouth and suck on and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I keep this feather. I'm like, that's disgusting. That's so unhygienic. And he's like, I washed it. And I'm like, that doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't make one fucking iota of difference. And he's like, no, yeah, it does. It's fine now. It's perfectly good. It's good for you. I'm like, no. No. Don't be sucking on feathers. Put them in your hat, you doofus. Alright, what else do we need? Take those. What's next? We need carbon steel bars, 20 of them. How many do I have? 17? Fuck, that's why I made all this fucking charcoal. Alright, off we go. Next is 2 wooden pillars. Fuck, do I make wooden pillars? We have poplar wood and rope. How do I make a hoister? Steel. Alright, we'll worry about this first. 2 rope. Oh, wait, I need 2 of them, so 4 rope. 4 rope. And 6 poplar wood. I've got 2. Another 4 poplar wood. Okay, gonna try and sleep again. You'll be back if you can't. No worries. Good luck. Good luck, soldier. We all understand that pain. I hate that it's turning to summer now. I used to love summer. I was a kid that absolutely hated the cold and loved the heat. Especially since I was so fucking skinny, heat would just pass right through me. But cold would actually fucking shake me to the bone. But now that I'm older and fatter, I fucking can't stand the heat. I love the cold. Especially at night. It's not the worst thing that a day is hot, but at night, oh hell no! You gotta have them cold nights, otherwise you just can't sleep. Can't sleep while your mattress is boiling hot and you're sticking to it and shit like that. Y'all got that poplar wood for me? Yes, you do. Thank you. Wait, I need another one. So I want to talk about yesterday. And why this stream is happening today. Because it was a fucking interesting day. Alright, so I get up about 11:30 in the morning. And I think it's a normal fucking day, right? And I walk out to go get my breakfast, and I see my mum in the kitchen, and she's packing stuff. And I'm like, oh, I guess they're going for a drive out somewhere, my mum and my dad. I'm usually not into long drives. I have long legs. I can't sit in a car for as long as they can. They're fucking weird. I don't know how you enjoy just going for long drives. People like that fucking weird me the fuck out. It's so uncomfortable. But they're like, oh, we're going to the beach. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of interesting. But I don't think I'm... It still doesn't sound that great. But I haven't been to the beach in a while. Maybe I should go. And I asked them, alright, like, well, are you going to take Ellie, our dog, with you? And they're like, oh, should we? And I'm like, look, if I'm going, I'm taking Ellie. She's never been to a beach in her life. She's never seen sand in her life. This will be interesting as fuck. Wait, hold on. I guess these are pretty much the same. Bearing and steel plates. Wait, how many bearings was it? 3. Yeah, so they agree, and I'm like, okay, cool, we'll go to the beach. And we'll stop by at a place to get some coffee on the way there, and we'll find somewhere, you know, with an open outdoor area so we can take Ellie in. And alright, so we're off on the day, right? Like I said, I haven't been to a beach in years, so I'm like, I wonder what I'm gonna do. First things first is just showing Ellie what it's like. We get to a small cafe. Doing a big outdoor area. Doesn't have much shading, or barely any, so we have to like pull seats over to the fucking corner where the tree line is and sit underneath that for shade, because they have no umbrellas or anything of their own. And I go over to the like little outdoor coffee shop thing, because yeah, we can't take Ellie inside. And this is only what? At latest 1 PM? And I go over and I see the place is like completely emptied out. The guy is there and he's like, oh, sorry, we've got like... The only thing we have left is like 2 cheese and tomato toasties and a bunch of brownies, chocolate brownies. And I'm like, how did like, there's a pile of chocolate brownies. How did not one of them sell? But everything else is practically gone. What is with people against chocolate these days? What the hell? But anyway, it's like, holy damn. Oh well, I'll take the toasty. My parents grabbed 2 of the brownie each. And we're like, okay, what about coffees? Like, can you do iced coffee here? And he's like, yeah, we can do iced coffee. And I'm thinking, you know, typical iced coffee is like made from a different cup. It's usually larger than, you know, typical coffee cups. And made slightly differently. But this one, I watch him make it, and he grabs out the takeaway cups that are used for traditional coffee. Which I've never seen iced coffee put in ever before. They usually have plastic, like large plastic cups, as I said. I've never seen them put into this thing. And he goes over to the coffee machine and he starts making it like in the traditional manner. He just doesn't turn on the hot water. And he puts a couple of ice cubes in the fucking coffee afterwards. It's like, this is not iced coffee. This is just coffee that happens to have ice in it. Like, there's a big difference, you know? Like, I'm an iced coffee connoisseur. There's a fucking difference. And this is in a fucking takeaway cup, and it's even smaller than the... My dad got a cappuccino. It's smaller than the actual fucking takeaway coffee cups. What is up with that? I'm like, okay, whatever. It wasn't bad, and... The toasty was pretty good, and the brownies were pretty good. I'm a toasty. I'm a toast you. Oops. But we're eating that, and Ellie is happy doing her thing. She sniffs around the herb garden, which is right next to us. And, you know, they've got little bowls of water out, so people must bring their dogs there often. And she sits underneath the bench and sticks her head out every now and then, fucking emerging from the darkness. And it's cute as fuck. Okay, well, you're already toasted. Time to get roasted then. It's absolutely fucking adorable. You just see her, like, you call her name and you just see her head pop out from underneath. Like, I'm doing a motion, but I don't have a camera, but whatever. Burn me alive. Are you dying to die? God, she was so cute. She was, absolutely was. So I want to point out now, though. So we have our little thing and we're ready to head off to go to the beach, right? We had our little morning tea, or whatever, afternoon tea. You always dying to die? Bruh. I am existing to exist, function. Unalive me. Alright. But you have to do it back in return. Can you promise me you can do that? Functioning to function, yeah. But yeah. So I need to point out at this point, we're leaving, we've had our afternoon tea, we're leaving, and Ellie is very happy to get back in the car. She's not the biggest car dog, but when she sees she's coming in the car with us, she's usually excited. Not for the car ride itself. She doesn't usually like it. But she likes going places with us. So she puts up with it. And we see she's doing the same thing now. Like, we're getting ready to go, and she's getting really excited. Like, yes, go back to the car. And we get to the car, and she's like, let me in, let's go. I'm like, okay. I guess the cafe wasn't of interest to you. Oh yeah, sure, Suki, I believe you. Just come back as a zombie, it'll be fine, you twat. Anyway, so next destination is a beach, right? And it's not... I didn't actually know which beach we're going to. Actually, I can't even name the fucking beaches around here. Like, I don't... Like I said, I haven't been to one since I was a kid. But we go to this beach that's mostly got like a big grassy area just slightly inclined above it. The beach itself isn't actually that big. It's kind of like a picnic area with a small beach in front of it. And we set up on the grassy area. And when we're ready, we get Ellie and we take her down the path to the beach, right? And I'm wondering to see if she has any reaction to stepping on sand for the first time, but she absolutely doesn't. And it occurs to me why later. Because, you know, dogs... Feeling is one thing, but to dogs, smell is everything. Slag. Fucking tell you what about slags. So, in this beach happens to be the smelliest beach ever fucking created. There was so much dead and like decaying seaweed and coral on that, washed up on that beach. It stunk like death. Like, it wasn't unbearable. We were there for quite a while, happily enough, but No wonder Ellie's attention was immediately taken. Dogs and the smell of fucking death, they can't help themselves, they love it. She closer to it. So she runs down and she starts sniffing everything, as you'd expect. And you know, it's cool and all, she's having a good time. But we start inching her closer and closer to the water, right? And we get her to just about where the tide is coming in. And she is not a fan of water. No, okay, fine. You know, as the tide comes in, she pulls it back a bit and everything. And then if we walk a bit closer, she'll walk a bit closer. But as the tide comes in, she'll walk away again. Oh well. She's not a water dog. We try to coax her into getting into the water, so she gets closer. And she starts trying to drink from it, and as she realizes it tastes disgusting, salt water and all, she's like, oh, no, 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 no. Bad water. Bad water. Why you not taste good? Any water she can't drink is fucking the devil to her. And, yeah, so that sets her off completely. She's not going near the water anymore. So, instead, we let her walk around the beach, smelling stuff, and she's happy. And we go back up and rest on the picnic area for a little while. And she's really happy there. She loves watching all the people and dogs go by and everything. And watching the birds and stuff. Hold on. Where does the hoister go? There we go. What else do I need? Hardwood plank. Wait, I need another 20? Fuck, why didn't you tell me? You slut. And before we go, we take her down one more time to have her run around and everything. And we thought she'd chase after the seagulls, but she didn't even do that. She was just so overstimulated from, like, all the smells of decaying things and everything. She was just running around. She wanted to follow everyone else around. We had dogs come by with someone going for a run, so all the dogs, she had 3 dogs with her, and they were all going for a run with her, and we almost lost Ellie to that pack. Like, okay, they're running, I'm going with them. Cute, but come on, Ellie. We hoped you'd be a bit harder to sway away from your family. I thought it'd take a bit more than a light run to sway you away from your family, but I guess not. Anyway, she's having such a good time that we go back up and we start packing things up, right? We taking things over to the car, and she's still sitting at the picnic bench, just like lying there in the shade staring at us, and she doesn't you gotta understand, she doesn't like being more than like 5 feet away from us at any time, unless she's chasing after a smell or something. If she sees like all 3 of us walking away, and she's not distracted by something else, like she'll run after us to make sure she stays, like, you know, with her pack or whatever. And we're just like, what's she doing? Why is she staying there? She's not... We try to coax her over and she's not having it. She's like, no, no. If you guys must leave, you guys leave. This is my home now. I love this. I love this place. It's like, I mean, I hoped you'd stay with me, but, well, come and visit me here again if you want. And we're like, what the... Oh, Ellie, you don't live here. Come on. And she's like, no, no, no. No, I'm staying. So I go over and I get her to, like... I coax her into following me to go back to the car, but as I get closer to the car, she's like, oh, no, 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 no. And she starts wandering off to, like, pretending to smell other things, but, you know, she's just trying to, like, avoid being taken away. She, like, every time we try to get close to her, she, like, runs off a bit, like, no, 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 I need to smell this, okay? And, no, no, this, and, no, no, you can't take me. And it's adorable. We've, like, never seen her have such a visceral reaction to a place before. She's always been happy to get back into the car, like at the cafe. She always loves going to new places. But this place apparently took her fancy so much that nothing else was going to. Now you gotta move there, right? That's just our fate now. And eventually we just have to, like, grab her and put her in the car, forcibly put her in the car. And she's not happy about it. She's like, no, I live here now. It's just, it's adorable, but it's so sad. Like, no, this is my place in the world. Have you smelt it here? It smells great. And I'm like, no, it smells terrible. And you hate the water. But whatever. So we pick up there and we decide to go to a different beach. There's some other beach nearby and it has a pier and my parents want to walk up the pier. I'm not big on walking up the pier. Like, if you go to the beach, you go to the beach. The sand, the water, not the pier. You go to the pier for fishing. What's with this nonsense of walking up and down a pier? Like that's some attraction in itself. We walk up and down the beach, I guess, but... What? You come here to the beach to walk on the wooden path where you could walk on a wooden path back at home. You come here for the sand and shit. But anyway, they do that and we walk Ellie up and down there. And there's just too many people, to be honest. But whatever. And I saw, like, the fun thing about this place is that I was looking out from the pier. And as you get further and further out, I was expecting it to get deeper and deeper, but I could see from all the people there, and you could honestly see, just looking out over the water, that the water was so shallow. Like, it was only, like, 2 inches deep at most. For, like, 100 meters out from where the tide was. Like, it was this huge, flat bit of ocean that didn't, like, decline at all. And I'm like, I've never seen such a large area of shallow beach like that before. That was already? That was already? Fuck you. Nah, fuck you. You're the one who can't speak English. Go back to speaking Japanese. You dumb fuck. Oopie. But it was pretty, yeah. And I'm like, okay, this would be the perfect... Like, the other beach did have quite a bit of an incline. Or decline or whatever. This would be the perfect place to get Ellie to adapt to the water. But once they get back to the... Once they get back off the pier, back onto fucking beach territory, they're like, okay, we want to go get some fish and chips for dinner. I'm like, fine. Did you get Ellie? You get Ellie in the water. No, fine. I'm gonna get fish and chips. And we go to get fish and chips, and we take it to this, like, camping ground nearby. And oh my god, was that a terrible fucking idea. The mosquitoes there were fucking horrendous. Literally, we were the only ones there. We could see why. Like, I killed at least 6 mosquitoes myself, and then my parents must have killed, like, 6 each as well. And that wasn't even, like, that was barely the beginning of the fuckers. Stop speaking Japanese, I told you. I told you once. I told you twice. I can't moderate that shit. You said go back. I did not say go back. You're twisting my fucking words. Do not say that. I did not say go back. I said go back to speaking. Let's be very clear. Let's be very, very clear. I did not say go back there. I said go back to speaking. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, how do I... Oh, I have to do that later. Never mind. Don't do it. I'm too lazy to moderate. This is why you're here. You're not supposed to fucking... You're supposed to be the moderator. You're supposed to bring balance to the chat, not leave it in darkness, Suki. How dare you? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, we got fucking absolutely eaten by mosquitoes and it was disgusting. Ellie was fine, she didn't give a fuck. Mosquitoes don't go for her. They go for me. Anyway, the fish and chips was good. We tried to get Ellie some fish, but she didn't like it. She has too fine a taste when it comes to fish now. She only likes home-cooked fish. She doesn't like any of this shitty store fish. We've developed such a fucking gourmet taste into Ellie. She loves cheese, but like now she'll refuse to take like cheap cheese, like cheese slices or anything. She'll only have like the most expensive cheese. It's like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's a treat nonetheless, dog. Take it. And she's like, no. The finest cheese or nothing. We're really turning into a spoiled little rat. You love cheese? Who doesn't love cheese? Cheese is great. I mean, I guess... Actually, I would say lactose intolerant people don't love cheese, but they do. They just know they can't. Anyway, yeah, we finish our meal there and we get out of there as quickly as possible. Once again, Ellie is reluctant to leave, but not as much this time around. This isn't the funny smelling beach. This is bad mosquito territory. Anyway, so I convince my parents into trying one more like go at the beach to get Ellie into the water. So we find a bit along the same beach as the pier, but further down where people aren't crowding it out. And this beach is, you know, very shallow as well. It's so crazy. It actually, like, you walk out a bit and it gets shallower, but it's like full of tiny little island mounds. So it actually, like, you walk out further thinking you're going to start getting into deeper water. It actually gets more shallow again for a while, and then it's like, what the fuck? Am I walking out of the ocean again? But I'm walking towards the ocean. Gonna get burger, but you're gonna miss the best part. Anyway, so yeah, my mum and I take off our shoes and walk out into the water here. And try to, like, coax Ellie into following us out, rather than just, you know, trying to get her to go. And she comes, like, as far as she will. She, like, walks up to where, like, the tide absolutely... You showed me? Oh, I did show you that, yeah. Absolutely, like, tiptoes the slightest onto the fucking beach. Enough for, like, half a tiptoe of hers paw to, like, be in water. And that is enough for her. She's like, I'm not going any further. She takes another drink again. She's like, no, this is bad tasting water. I'm not going there. But we try and she's really not having it. So we move a bit closer, right? And, you know, we try to get her to do very small steps at a time, and oh my god, it works! We get her to come out into a very small bit of shallow water, and she's like, oh, this isn't too bad, I can walk in this. And she comes, and we're so proud of her, and it's amazing, it's beautiful, she's enjoying it. She loves getting all the attention that we were giving her for coming out into the water. She's still kind of walking awkwardly. Like, she could stand up straight just fine in this water. It was so shallow. She was not going to have any problems. But she still takes these massive fucking steps. Like, I want to touch as little of the surface area of the water as possible. If I have to go somewhere, massive strides. I will not touch more water than I have to, but I will touch the water. Silly dog. And yeah, it's great. It's so beautiful. She comes out. We're really proud of her, and it's amazing. But she's had about enough of that, so she goes back onto the shore while Mum and I keep walking around and looking at things. I didn't realize that, like, I knew, like, vaguely that it was, like, Australian beaches that had some of the creatures that I found in the water, but it was, like I keep completely, like, disassociated that from actually seeing those kinds of things myself. So when I saw, like, you know, those little tiny sea snails with the big, like, proboscis, like, big straw out the front of their face, I was like, oh, wow. And to see how tiny they are, because, you know, I've only seen them in, like, wildlife documentaries where obviously they take very huge close-ups. Makes them look bigger. And the same with mud skippers. I thought they were a lot bigger, but the mud skippers here were the tiniest little things. I took pictures of those and it was really cute. We'll be holding the annual Ghost Hunt Festival on the Day of Memories on Saturday. I don't remember that one being very interesting though. The Halloween event, eh. Also, it's too late. Halloween just passed. Fuck you. Yet you shed none of these supposed pictures. I will. The reason being is what comes later, right? Also, get Snap. Fuck you. You would have seen these pictures. Did I just sleep a day? What the fuck did I do that for? I meant to go to the bar. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I never surprise myself with it. You don't need another social media. Well, then you get Ellie pictures later than other people. But anyway, I really forgot because of what happened afterwards, right? So anyway, yeah, we're finally done here, and we're gonna go home. Finally gonna go home. And you see me on Discord saying like, yeah, we've been at the beach all day. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home really late. Stream will start late. Oh, I had no idea. We're getting things back in the car, and once again, Ellie's like, no, I'm not leaving. I live here. The beach is amazing. And we're like, oh, darling, we'll bring you back. But yeah, also she's, you know, covered in... She's completely soaked and covered in sand. As long as you get them eventually, fine. Your loss. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, this is like so far like a really good day, honestly. Very chill. Lots of time to like Ellie. It's lovely to watch Ellie so happy. And you know, she gets a bit of development. She learns about water and all that. Has her first experience on the beach ever. That's all lovely and stuff. So we're driving back, right? And we're going down the highway. And we're in... This is a 3-lane highway, right? And we're in the middle lane. And there's one car in front of us, also in the middle lane. And then I'm sitting in the back seat, so I can't quite see, but I see ahead there's also like another 2 cars, vaguely. Can't remember, somewhere... One of them's definitely in the right lane. One of them's middle lane, right lane. I can't remember exactly where their starting position was, because all I see is, like, I see it so late. Like, I look ahead just at the point where I see one of these cars swerving so much across 2 to even 3 lanes of the fucking highway. I don't know how it started. All I see is like just watching them fucking do these massive swerves. And I'm like, I freak out. And the other thing is I'm not driving. Like I said, I'm in the back. Hey Twit, how you doing? How you been? Good, and you? Yeah, I've been good. I'm just telling stories of how I just died. How I just died yesterday. Now, yeah, like I'm not used to, since I've gotten my license, I'm not used to being driven places. That happens very rarely. Usually I'm driving myself. So it's funny, like, not to be in control of the car, especially when this happens. So this guy starts swerving. Well, there's one car, they're both like small, dark colored cars. And because I saw it late, and because they were both small, dark cars, and because I was sitting in the back, and because it happened so quickly, I can't even really be sure what happened myself. I rely on my parents to, like, talk to the police. I was like, if I have to give my own testimony to the police, if they ask me what happened, I'm gonna have to just be like, yeah, I don't really know. I know there was a crash, and I know it was these 2 cars, but I couldn't tell you what they did, even though it was right in front of me. Like, it was that quick. So this guy was swerving across all the lanes until he hits the other car with this young 20-year-old green P-plater in it. And it's crazy. Hold on, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm putting this in. Okay. Carbon steel bar. I believe I have enough of those. There we go. Let's take this lift over where it needs to be. And yeah, so he slams practically head on into the girl's car. And the girl's car gets pushed directly into the barrier on the side of the highway, which in this case is like a strong, steel wire fence. And she takes down some of the barrier, but luckily it's enough to stop her. Gradually enough that she doesn't get injured. He does a fucking, like, spin out in front of her, like, they're going the same direction down the highway, and he's swerving, and he hits her, and she goes right off into the barrier, and he manages to spin so much that he comes around 180, and is like his car is staring hers down. They're facing each other. That's how much he managed to spin out. And it was fucking crazy. So the car in front of us managed to stop in time, and luckily my dad managed to stop in time. The car in front of us doesn't stop. They just speed off. But my dad stops. And yeah. And obviously the girl gets out and the guy gets out, and they're having a fucking hissy fit with each other. My mum's out there trying to calm them down. Who's Marley? Alright, we'll go visit that in a second. And yeah, so luckily no one's injured, thank God. But it's like, yeah, so we have to wait around for the police and give them a story. At which point, obviously, you see me type in Discord, yeah, fucking never mind, crash happened right in front of us, it was crazy as fuck. I'm not gonna make stream tonight. But I've never... Funnily enough, it was my first time I've ever seen. Like, the most I've ever seen in a crash is like someone, not braking quite enough when it comes to like a red light or something. and just not really slamming, just running into the back of our car. That happened once, but so little that it didn't even damage our car at all. So that's the most I've ever seen. So to watch this crash play out in front of me, especially when I wasn't in control of the car, which like freaked me out. It was like, what the fuck? I've never seen, and how quickly it happened. Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm amazed no one was injured because, she slammed. She was on the right lane, so she slammed into the barrier on the right. So, there was a lot of damage to the right side of the car where, in Australia, that's where the driver's seat is. It's like, fucking A. She got lucky. That fucking idiot. I don't know what he was doing. Swerve that caused him to, like, lose control of the car so much, but it was something fucking dumb. Quite the story, alright? Yeah, so we stick around, and luckily the police don't care what I have to say. They just, like, quickly grab the story from my dad and let us go. So it's like, yeah, because I'm like, I would not have known what to say. My memory of it was like that messed with, because it happened so quickly. Like I've been thinking about it. I'm like, if I was asked, like, if that goes to court, I'm like asked to testify, I'd have to be like, so I saw one car hit another, but I actually couldn't 100% ID which car it was. I just think it might be that one, but my memory of it is like it happened within a split second. Because in the moment of it, you're like, I was like I said, I wasn't driving and I'm used to driving, so I'm like, I'm not in control, and I'm just like, oh god, this is out of my hands if we crash into this car in front of us. Like, and I'm just like, in the moment, I like work it out, like, what is gonna happen? This is like a 50-50 of if we get involved in this crash or not. It's like, I want to stop this, but it's on my dad to do it. Then, like, that's what goes through my head at the time. Like, it happened so quickly, but it seemed like I thought about it a lot in that time. That's why eyewitness testimony is so dodgy in court? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely not reliable at all. And that's why I'm like that. That's why I'm like, if I was to give testimony, I have to say, I have no idea. I just think this happened. Alright, thanks for the help. Now I can start looking at the ruins in that area. I hope it's not too dangerous. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's your job. Ha 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 ha. So go die. Alright, let's go find out what's up on the Western Plateau. Ayo! Let's go. Back to less depressing things. I would say it's given me a new lease on life, but nah. Maybe if someone had died, it would be, but very lucky that that didn't happen. Yes, that was my day yesterday. It went from like really chill to like really not. Like, I got home and I was just like, I don't know what to think about this. So, I played Genshin Impact and I was fine. But let's hope nothing like that happens again anytime soon. I wonder what if if it would have been different if I actually was in control of the car. Yo! Ooh, what's this? Is this zeolite? Is that zeolite? Hey, baby! Car crash is always scary, especially when in control. I know, right? Even if you're not actually in the car crash. Well, I was like I was going through it in my head over and over again afterwards and on like the way back. 146 in. Well, you know, it's like, I mean, look, it's not like that was the only progress I made. I was finding zeolite. I've unlocked this whole area. Who knows what else is here? Igneous rock. Is this a volcano? Where is the volcano? None of this looks... Wait. Is that it over there? Shouldn't that be in the marshes part? There's no fucking... Unless this crater was formed by a volcano. Maybe. Yeah, well, we got a whole new area to explore. That's nice. Wait, stop. Wait, that's cleared up that area too. Can I go out to that island now? Yeah, so I was playing it back in my head and I'm like... So, yeah, my parents in the front seat and I... Oh, funny thing is, like the back seat is safer, but I'm usually in the front seat because I'm the tallest in my family, even if someone else is driving. But because I was the one who, you know, opted to take Ellie, I was the one who was looking after her, so I sat with her in the back seat. And so we have this seatbelt for her. And we hook that onto a harness that we use for walking her and plug that into the seatbelt connector. And it's a bit long anyway. It's clearly made for a larger dog. But it's the best we have, and whatever little protection it should give it is nice, right? And usually we put that on and she sits in my lap. Because it reaches that far. It's like we put that on her like every trip in the car that day. Except, of course, she was wearing the harness when we went in the water at the beach, so at the very last time, so we took the harness off her to let it dry out, and didn't put it back on when we got in the car, so I had nothing to connect the seatbelt to, but I thought it would be fine, because I just had her in my lap. And I'm like... Damn, that was the worst. Of course that's the time. The one time I didn't put her seatbelt on. It's of course the one time something actually fucking happens. Again, I wouldn't have provided them. I think about it and I wouldn't have provided that much protection anyway. Her being in my lap was probably safer than that seatbelt anyway, but... Fucking hell. Sounds about right, yeah. Right. Alloy frames, Blizz. Alright, what did we need? We need concrete, iron, wooden plank times 8. Need to do that again. Oh, do we have any? I have to go get more ironwood. Wait, what have you got for me? Give me ironwood. 2. Hopefully that's enough. 6. God damn it. Give me that. These respawned? These are respawned. Yeah. Interesting day yesterday. Interesting day. Then I woke up and thought it was just gonna be another boring old day. But anyway, my parents gave the young girl their number, their contact information. So I imagine if it does go to court, they'll be appearing. I somehow doubt I will be there. I was not put down in the story or anything, so. What did everybody else do yesterday? Did y'all have any fun first time experiences all around? First time drinking iced coffee out of a takeaway cup? First time seeing your dog go on the beach? First time taking in the smell of a sea of dead coral decaying on the beach? First time seeing your dog go in water? First time seeing a serious car crash? It was a day of firsts. No, nothing fun here. Damn! You should have car crashes more often. Okay, that should be enough, hopefully. Actually, let's kill that tree as well, just in case. You dead, bruh. How do you make a tree like this topple? It is so thick, I feel like it would just stand on its own. Fuck roots, it's just got fucking balance. It's got a nice large surface area beneath it. Or in its trunk. Ooh, do you think we can go out on that thing? That big arch? And it's funny because yesterday was the first time in a long time that I had had a really good sleep. I don't know what it was about yesterday night, but slept fucking so well. I woke up with energy for the first time in like my life. It was crazy. Right, so that's that. Aluminium plate and hard aluminium. One of these is hard aluminium, isn't it? This one is. Oh, hold on. Can I use you to... Oh, I could just make... I guess I could hold on to this aluminium for something else. Fuck it. You do it. Alright, how much concrete do we need now that I can make it? But I have to make 2 of these, don't I? Oh, shit. Right, 10 concrete then. I can make 6. I need more zeolite. Alright, let's go see what's up on the plateau. We need some ironwood and some more zeolite. So how the fuck do you farm zeolite? Maybe it's... wait. Maybe it's one of these. No, doesn't mention it there. Yeah, well. Come on, gimme. There we go. Sorry, Mr. Ladybugs. My tree now. You want shade? Go string up some humans from the remaining trees if you want. That ought to create some shade. Just string them up, like, by the head and the feet, you know? So they lay horizontally in the air. 2 hours until Ghost Hunt Festival, oh my. No, I've had enough of ghosts for one fucking Halloween. I'm not even sure that thing, that ultimate evil thing in Song of Horror was supposed to be a ghost. It created ghosts, I think, maybe, kind of. But it was some sort of... supposed to be some sort of Lovecraftian horror. But not nearly as fun. What do these trees give me? Wow, they make the most visceral sounds of any trees we've cut down so far. Anyway, they don't give ironwood, which is shite. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the thing I had started talking about earlier. And was that I was watching TikTok, and yes, I know. Between playing Fortnite, then Genshin Impact, and now watching fucking TikTok, I've become everything I hate. Which is typical. But anyway, too late now. I was watching TikTok under the gaming hashtag, and one of the videos that came up was like, you know, top 20 best worlds in gaming. And, you know, that's an interesting question. Because I was watching them, and watching those kind of things on TikTok, like top 10 best gaming worlds, or just games or whatever, and you really see how... I mean, it seems obvious, but like it's really just... it's never made quite so obvious as in when you watch this stuff. That people's, you know, preference in games is really fucking... decided by what they have access to. Again, very obvious sounding statement of fact, but... like, I watch so many of these, and in both, like, gaming worlds and in, you know, top 10 games or whatever, it was such recent releases. The same things that would constantly pop up would be, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War 2018, neither of which I've played. Because, like, originally they were both console exclusives, both of them are on PC now, but... and until I bought the Switch recently, which I got, you know, like, off a friend for really cheap. You know, my most recent console I owned was a Wii, which I got back in fucking primary school, is how old that the fucking Wii is. Which, yeah, makes me feel old. But anyway. I'm an old degenerate. It's nice. So yeah, my access to the like games that were originally on console or still exclusive to console are limited. And my access to like newer games is limited because I don't like to spend so much on single games. Like, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War 2018 are games that, even on sale, just don't come down in price much. Even on sale, they'll still be like $55. That's just... I can't justify all that on one game. When I could, you know, I've got so many games, which seems hypocritical, but it isn't, because I've gotten in the habit of like getting as much out of my money as I can in terms of games. People think it's weird when I say I'm poor, but I have like several hundred video games on my Steam. And it's because I buy them all in really cheap bundles together. So they come down to $1 or less per game. And that's how they fucking add up. What are they doing? No, more concrete. So yeah, like I haven't played either of those two games. I know they were both in big contention for Game of the Year that one year, and it was a big... at the Game Awards, it was a whole thing. I remember that. I watched that. But, yeah, it's like they wouldn't... Obviously, they can't be on my top games list, but... because I haven't played them, so... my top games are older and more varied, because I love variety in my gaming experience as well. As you can no doubt tell. Watching the stream, played some stupid stuff, and oh boy, the game that got picked out for... the game that got picked out for next game after Song of Horrors. Oh boy. Another doozy. Thanks, Backlookery. You're at fancy McDonald's? Ah, Hungry Jack's. I need your help again. There's a doorway in the ruins at the top of the Western Plateau that I just can't get open. I think there are a couple of broken motors involved. Could you please bring me a couple? Please bring some healing items and weapons as well, as the ruin is crawling with danger. Shouldn't that be your fucking job? You're similar, you never got into console gaming because growing up we were poor and now you don't care? Yeah, well, it's not that I don't care. I want to play those two games at some point in my life, but like, it doesn't have to be right away. I'm not one for buying games upon release either. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. No, you're not at Hungry Jack's, but you said fancy McDonald's. That's Hungry Jack's. Or Burger King, whatever you want to call it, weirdos. So that made me realize that. So then I get into the point of thinking the other one. Like, that one seems obvious. Oops, don't go to sleep again, you twat. Then I get into the other one, which is Best Gaming Worlds. And I feel like this... like, leading into that thing about what you're at. So I was, you know, my gaming experience is shaped by what I had access to, so I love variety and stuff like that. So when those same two games, God of War 2018 and Red Dead Redemption 2, show up in, like, lists of Best Gaming Worlds, and I'm like... you know, I can understand the subjectivity of... I mean, obviously I can understand the subjectivity here too. But, I'm complaining, so I'll continue to complain because it's my channel. You make another 5 of these, please. Hold on. What else was there? The iron wooden plank, which should be done. Yes. Alright, that's one. How many iron? More chopping down these trees. Ugh. So yes, like I was never into the like I like it in some games. I was never into the idea of making all these open world games, you know, super realistic. Which I don't mind for some games, obviously, like that's one neat direction, but I think there are so many directions that since, you know, realism in games became such a hot commodity in like graphics and world design and stuff, that we've lost other sorts of like art direction in games. Because I feel like in my idea of, you know, best worlds in gaming, neither of those kinds of worlds would show up. I went through mine and it's like games I played and it's like my favorite worlds are like Minecraft is really interesting because of its, you know, strange blocky nature and how artistic that makes everything look, very purposeful. And then there's like World of Warcraft, and I'm not even speaking about the newer zones which are made to look more realistic. I'm speaking about the older zones which are so cartoony and, you know, mimicking worlds rather than recreating them. They all have, you know, I'm talking back in the days where it's like all the zones were actually like confined by just random mountain ranges that were just basically walls that looked a little more natural. All these long, thin mountain ranges circling every zone, blocking them from each other except for certain paths through them. This is ridiculous, but I love it. The way like those zones look like fucking. If you either you know World of Warcraft zones or you don't, but things like Durotar, which is just orange as far as the eye can see, which I can understand why people might not like that, but I love it. It's like it's such a good use of orange. Which is funny because then I'll go around and complain about how the newer zones use too much black. They're just zones black and black and black. But anyway, maybe there's a bit of hypocrisy. And then what else? Oh, Terra is another MMO that had really good zones. Donkey Kong 64 had an interesting world. I love the world of that, with the fucking huge Donkey Kong face being a mountain where the Donkey Kong crew lived. And then you'd swim across the ocean to different other islands. And King K. Rool's, you know, Death Machine tower thing. That looked really cool. That's a more interesting world than fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 to me. Oh, what else was I thinking? Those other cool ones. Kingdoms of Amalur. What else was there? Oh, Spyro, of course. Collectathons. More collectathons like Donkey Kong 64. So yeah, I like have such a differing view from those ideas of the best looking worlds are the ones that like look most realistic, and I'm like, nah, I can look out a window and see a realistic world. The best ones are the ones I can't just look out my window and see. They're the more designed ones. You're waking on most of 5. Right. Get another one. Do I need another 6? Yeah. What type of burger did you get, Suki? Mushroom burger? You get that. That's why you only ever played Morrowind for Elder Scrolls games? Yeah! Yeah, I kept thinking of whether I'd include Morrowind. Don't go to sleep, you twat. Or maybe, you know, Elder Scrolls Online, but they don't do it quite as uniquely, I feel. I mean, Morrowind is unique, but I obviously also like a lot of use of color, and I think part of what makes Morrowind so alien is the lack of color as well. A Mossburger. Yeah, you eating your Mossburger? What else was there? I know there was one I like really thought of as like the best example, but I can't remember what it was. Hold on. With oh, Two Worlds 2, that's right. A game I streamed and I couldn't stop commenting on how much I love the world because it was so different. Like it's an RPG except it doesn't follow the standard like RPG worlds of like you start in your forest world and then there might be a lackluster desert world or ice world or stuff like that, and then there's an evil world. I mean, it did have an evil world in the end, but yeah. I like the ones that were like you started off. Well, you kind of started off on a forest world, an island, but you're not there for long. Really, you start off like the game is in a savannah world, and I'm like, I have never seen that in an RPG. Again, outside of World of Warcraft, the Barrens is another zone in World of Warcraft that I love because it's a savannah. It's like they need more savannas in games. It's not just regular desert, which I do love a well-designed desert level. But, there are, different kind of arid lands that you can use besides just sandy desert. You got wastelands, you got canyons, and you got savannas, which aren't as arid, but still. And then the next zone you go to in Two Worlds 2 is a forest, but it's a Japanese inspired forest. So you start off in this like very Eastern architectural town or city, whatever, and then it's like a bamboo forest outside with lots of lush, vivid, saturated green colors. And I'm like, yes, I love that too. A savannah than an Eastern influence. That's like so different. Again, World of Warcraft also did it, and they had a whole expansion about Eastern architecture, about Eastern culture, and it was really good there too. But yeah, Two Worlds. I think Two Worlds did that before Mr. Pandaria came out, actually. So yeah, like maybe I'm weird. I find it funny that a fair amount of artists that draw Morrowind fan art use a lot of saturated colors. Yeah, that was not its style. I love saturated colors in games, which is why I like things like World of Warcraft, old World of Warcraft zones so much. In fact, like, even when I was in film school, I wanted to oversaturate the shit out of my fucking short films. I did this one short film, which is still my favorite of my films to this day, which had a lot of scenes shot in a park, and I oversaturated the shit out of that. Oh, there was such bright colors in that shit. It was so good. I loved it. Too much dark coloring now. Too much faded coloring. But Morrowind is one that was specifically, it was a very depressing. I mean, it had green areas. There was, you start off in a more foresty area, but even that was a very faded dark green, I feel. Mixed in with a lot of browns. Yeah, it was not saturated. You feel like it had more reason to be colors versus some? Oh yeah, it was absolutely thematic that it was like that. it definitely had more reason to be. You're absolutely right. It works in that sense. Like, I'm not saying every game should be saturated. Like I said, I still respect games that go for a realistic approach, even though it's not my favorite, because sometimes that's just an artistic approach you want to use and it works. But man, have they all gone and done the same sort of thing. They've all gone and done that. And they've lost the saturation that I loved so much, even, you know, occasionally. What else? This. And what else was there? What else am I looking? Hard aluminium. Oh, so that's done. Yes, it is. Alright, let's do this. Alright, nice. That goes down there. Neato. Oh, and speaking of which, first day of autumn in this game, and I love this. This is beautiful as fuck. Autumn is my favorite season in this game. Autumn Forest, that's another good one that doesn't get enough use. Do you think it would? But it doesn't. I think Ghost of Tsushima had some of that. I would love to play Ghost of Tsushima one day. I think I'd rather play that before Red Dead Redemption 2. With yourself, you wanted to get into game creation, but by the time you went to college, there were no maker making the games you wanted to. Yeah. That's why I was always... I wanted to go into game creation as well when I was like in early high school. And I wanted to go independent, like, this is all stupid. I want to make good games again, but like, fuck that. It's too much work. And you're honestly very limited as an independent. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of things would you have made? Like, what kind of ideas and designs? If you would make games now and you weren't limited to what the marketing department says works, what would you do? Me, I think a collective... Actually, I think we need a whole new genre, to be honest, but also we could bring back a collectathon, but do it better than when Ukulele tried to do it, because they just seem to lose sight of what actually made collectathons good, which is so strange. Ukulele was like the last game I pre-ordered, because it was so disappointing. More fantasy that isn't medieval Europe. Oh yes, that's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Oh god, the quest isn't done. Oh shit, I've got to build 2 more things. Yeah, more alien worlds, like Morrowind. Oh no, lady! You're gonna die! Snakes are just... Oh my god! The snakes just murdered this one! Oh, she's okay. Fucking hell, lady! You're just gonna keep dying on the way. Just gonna keep being fucking... snake venomed on the way to work every day? What the fuck? Did no one check that? That's ridiculous. Holy hell. You like the religious aspects as well? Religion is fascinating to me. Oh yeah, absolutely. Not from like... Yeah, I like... Yeah, religion and fantasy. You know, being able to explore it. Without limitation. And more specifically, religious mythology and theology, rather than just practice. Obviously not dealing with real world religious asses. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no, but religious mythology is cool. I mean, what I want to keep bringing up is the original Assassin's Creed, which is... I can't think of any other game I've played set in, you know, Syria. And taking place during the Third Crusade, but obviously having its own sort of theology going on in the background, even from the first game, with those whole Apple of Eden things. Which I guess hinted at Christianity before they introduced the precursors, but... it wasn't too great a connection. Honestly, another thing was when I first played the original Darksiders, and it was my first, my introduction to the concept of the Four Horsemen, which is an actual, you know, religious mythology, right? Except the way they're presented in Darksiders is way cooler than the actual ones. They're so disappointing in Christian mythology as opposed to video games. It's a cool idea, not taken far enough if you ask me. Bible? Should have used more, could have used more action scenes with the Four Horsemen. Right. The conveyor belt doesn't look too hard, we'll start with that. 5 steel frames. Oh boy. I can make those. Steel cable? No. Steel frames yet, twats. Alright. The rubber belt, which needs quality leather. 12 quality leather. Which needs 12 pigments, which I have to go buy. Why do you need pigments and quality leather? Shouldn't the pigmentation come afterwards when you want to fashion that leather into something specific? You found a good amount of media webcomics? There is so much to read? Really? You have to recommend me some. You can only make 2? Oh shit, I need more delicate fur. Oh, I can make delicate fur. Yeah, make 10, sure. Anyway, other than that, what else is there? 9 bearings. Alright. You can do that. The last thing was steel cable. Steel cable, steel cable. In here? Steel cable. 6. Nice. Alright, I know some other decent worlds. Please look. That are more my style. Pokemon Snap, the original? Yeah. That had some pretty interesting worlds to explore. That I feel the new one... I can't believe I love Pokemon Snap so much, it's one of my favourite games. But I actually gave up on the new one. It just does not have the same feel. Oh, Dungeon Siege had a good world. All those zones in one seamless world. That was good. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger had some good worlds. Specifically more maybe just the beach themed ones. Those ones are cool. I thought Ancestors Humankind Odyssey actually had a really good world. That was good too. Oh, that did have a savannah. Oh, that's the only other... Okay, 3 games have had a savannah in them that I know of. What else is there? Funnily enough, I love the Louisiana Swamp in Assassin's Creed Liberation. It's funny that that spin-off game maybe had my most favorite map. Oh, and the Aztec area, or the Mayan area that you visit, that was cool too. Oh, Wii Sports Resort. Honestly, Woohoo Island is actually a fucking classic. I love Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort. That is a great paradise island. What else is there? I think that's probably the most notable to me. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. One you've loved was A Fairy Tale for the Demon Lord. You ended up being drawn towards manhwa as opposed to manga. Now you read so many, I have no clue where 90% of them are made. Manhwa, so web, web, Japanese web comics, I assume. Korean. Ah. Oh. I guess it's still just manga if you. Oh, quality level. Hold on. Wait, that's only enough to make 7? Thick. Make another 10. Doesn't take long. Manga is Japanese. I know manga is Japanese. And anime. By strict definition. So I thought manhwa might have been, strictly defined as webcomics. Alright. Sleep this day. And we'll do one more day and end it there. Something's loading. Who's gonna be at my door? What the fuck? I don't snitch. Okay, bye, Fed. Hey. The richest man. Okay. That's nice, man. What's the richest man in the world doing here? Now I'll take those. Pop them in this bitch. Is I making something else? You're still going. Okay. Let's put away the stuff. That's where some print got into trouble. Korean reads the same as English, left to right. So when they came over as print, people thought they were Americanized manga. What's the real difference? What's featured in Korean manga or manhwa that you might not, that may not be tropey to Japanese? The stories you found were much darker. Nice, I like it like that. No, not rotate that way, rotate this way. You twat! You fuck! You fucking fuck! There we go. Look at that! Now our floor's becoming all green. Everybody's favorite floor color. Good, I like dark stories. Wait. Wait a minute, is that one... Oh, what's it called? The Fault... The something mountain range fault? Is that one Korean? That really famous dark story about the man-shaped holes in the side of the mountain that split open? I feel like that one might have been Korean, right? And that one's darker. I'm gonna chop down some more trees because I'm gonna need it. Did I know that one? What? Oh, what? It's so famous. The Enigma of Amigara Fault. That's the one. Oh no, that's Japanese. Never mind. No. Anyway, I just knew that one's very famous and quite dark. That one. That's specifically horror as well. Oh, well, so they're just darker even if they're not. Yeah, okay, nice. Actually, let's go up that mountain. Still haven't explored it. Shall I take a sheep eat with? Oh, I can't. Can I strand a fucking duck up there? I mean, I know it will just respawn eventually. Hence why the duck in my place is gone. Hello. Quack quack. Why are the ducks as big as the sheep? That is fucked. Sup? Big duck and small sheep. Stop struggling. You're going on an adventure. Oh, I don't think we can make it to the arch. On top of the arch. Damn, that's just background shit. Damn. Alright, fine. Go away. Enjoy. Is there anything out here? Doesn't seem to be much out here. Big grass patch. That's nice. I like big grass patches. I can't even get under the arch because he can't swim in this game. Bullshit. Why would you put a giant arch in the fucking map like that and not let us get to it? Oh, hold on. Need to get it back up somewhere. Like a fantasy one with a vampire that I read, the flashback has him and his friends, girlfriends, wives, whatever, in jail. Awful stuff occurs, the ladies end up beheaded? Jesus. The friends end up dead, then is resurrected as a god of vengeance? That kind of sounds like anime to me. Is it just... When you say dark, is it just more violent? Or is it actually, you know, like... themes of, you know, darker nature of humanity and stuff like that? Because I feel like there's a fine line there. Where people think darker just means... solely more violence. When it's violence with meaning. Combination. Yeah. Good. No arch for me? Fuck you. I will take my arch. I'll take this fucking tree. Ooh, a chest. Feel like I'm playing Genshin Impact again. Special giant seed. Yeah, me too, bro. That describes me. I'm very special. And I'm a fatty. There's like nothing here except for these rocks. That kind of sucks. Why would you... There's not even any enemies up here. The only reason you I mean, there's this dungeon, I suppose. But... there's nothing on the way to the dungeon? Besides some rocks you can't get anywhere else? What about these trees? Anything special from you? Maple wood? Nope, just wood and plant fiber. Well, that seems like a wasted potential. You've encountered some straight crazy shit in comics. It feels like with books, they sneak so much shit in. Yeah, I don't know. Not the biggest reader in the world either way, but I can see that. You remember reading and then bam, sex scene? Well, that just sounds like some storytellers in general. I mentioned that I watched Hellraiser the night before Halloween on the Halloween stream, right? I was pretty drunk. Maybe I didn't. I was expecting to, because all I'd ever seen of Hellraiser was Pinhead, the, monster that they put all over the posters. And he plays like such a small part in the movie. Half of it is just sex. And I'm like, well, damn. This has ruined sex for me. God, y'all take so long. Whatever. We'll take a break there. You remember one you were listening to randomly turned into furry? Okay, never mind. That hasn't. I haven't encountered that one yet. That's a new kind of bam, 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 wham, bam. Thank you. Ham, if you're into pigs. Well, the pigs aren't that furry. Skinnies? No, they used to be skinny. Anyway, Kim's online. I'm gonna take you all over to Kim. You've encountered pigs too. That's disgusting. Wait, metaphorically or literally? We just calling it disgusting people pigs. Run away, lol. Yeah. The moment you bring out the furry porn is the moment I send you over to Kim. She loves hearing about furry porn. Tell her all about it. Please do. Please stick around and tell Kim about furry porn. Do it. Do it. Do it, coward. Now who's bullying who? Do it. You never talk in raid chats. Neither do I. But still nice to do anyway. So this one time make an exception to randomly bring up furry porn for no reason. Do it.